Hey everybody, it's Millie with Crafting in My PJs. Today's video is training for the Disney's Wine and Dine running weekend. Whether you're doing a 5K or a 10K or the half or the challenge, this video is support to train together to do Disney's Wine and Dine in November. Just a short recap because this is a short video. The videos come out on Sunday morning, but I have to film them earlier, and so I'm actually filming on Friday morning because of my schedule. So I haven't even finished my week of training yet, but hopefully we are all getting remotivated to train this week coming. Because I didn't really have a great week. I mean, it's okay, but it wasn't my best training week, and that happens, and it's okay. So if you have a bad week, you just brush yourself off, let's get up and let's start again. Just life gets in the way sometimes. So we have talked about whether or not you were a beginning runner or an experienced runner or whatever, if you've done a Disney race, if you haven't done a Disney race, this is just a support. These are my suggestions. I am not a professional. I am not a therapist. I am not an athlete by any means, but I have done several Disney races. So these are experiences. My suggestions are experiences that are based off of my training for the last 4 Disney races that I have done. And I have not done a Disney race since February of 2020. So I am trying to get back into things. I am registered for Wine and Dine. If you are not registered for Wine and Dine, you have to, there's Twitter feeds and Facebook feeds that you can log into. They do open up spots. They are very limited. They are very sporadic, but when they have spots open, they open those spots. I have my very first race bib I was able to get through a travel agent, and I know some people that have been able to get race bibs through charities, and they list those on the website. You have to go on the website and then contact the charities, click on the links and see if there are any bibs left. I have a friend that's actually traveling with me but that did not get in a race, but she's trying to get on with a charity or with an open spot, that things that may open up. And at the very least, what she will end up doing is signing up for a virtual, and she will run the virtual race around the resort while I'm actually out running it in the parks. And so that's an option too. I mean, I think she still gets her bling in some way, shape, or form. I think it gets mailed to her. I'll ask her about that. All right. So in the past, we talked about just moving, like get out there and move 3 times this week. You need to be out there moving. How far can you go? What is your baseline? Let's extend that baseline. So we talked about that. We talked about what your goals are. What are your goals? My goals involve training again for a race, which I haven't done in a very long time, though I have been training, don't get me wrong, now, but I mean prior to starting this, training for a race and losing some weight. I needed to lose 30 pounds. I'm down 5. I thought I'd be down more by now, but that's okay. I'm still working on it. All right. So that's my big thing. My other thing is, is to get over this grieving process with my sister. And if you don't know, then go back and look at the first video. I don't want to talk about it again on camera, but I literally did run my training run on Tuesday, and was just like boohooing the whole and talking to her while I was doing it. So, you know, there are other reasons that you may do a race, a Disney race, other than I just want to do a race at Disney, or I just want to train and do better, or I just want this, I want to lose weight, whatever. So, you know, we all have our demons and our reasons for doing things. So what did you like about moving? What did you like about wearing? What did you like about your shoes? Do you like your shoes? Do you need your hair up? Do you need your hair down? Do you need on a hat? Do you need music playing? Do you wear, what kind of headphones do you wear? Maybe one week we'll talk about different headphones that are out there. I think a lot of people have AirPods now. I've also run with like Bluetooth type headphones, and you have to watch the battery life and make sure your battery life is enough, especially if you're doing the half. I've also run with the what are they called? The aftershocks, and they do by vibration, and those are actually one of my favorite. I literally wore through 2 pairs of those. So I do like those, but now I do have AirPods, and I do sort of enjoy my AirPods. I don't understand them completely because like one works one time and one doesn't work the other time, and I think it has to do with charging, but I'm really not sure. So, I'm working through that. So what do you like? What music are you listening to? Do you have a Spotify channel, playlist? I have iTunes playlists, and I have one dedicated specifically to running music that I like that gets me going. And it could be something fast, and it could be something just very mellow, but it brings my soul up. And so what do you like? So that was week 2, was things you like, things you didn't like. Week 3, which was last week, we talked about apps. So we talked about running apps. We talked about interval apps. I use Couch to 5K, but now, well, I've been doing Couch to 10K. But now I've discovered you have to pay for it. And so, is that something you really want to do? You could set a timer on your phone. Intervals are great, especially if you're a beginning runner. Intervals are wonderful. So it's less stress on your body. You still get to where you have to go. It speeds up your time a little bit, and you don't cause undue injury to your body. So by running. So, and Jeff Galloway is who Run Disney partners with for training and everything, and he really promotes this walk-run system. And so today we're going to talk about his training plans, because I did tell you that today was going to be stretching, but that'll be next week. And today we're going to talk about training plans, and we're going to look at where we are week-wise out of the Wine and Dine. And I understand that if you are listening to this, you might be training for another race, another Disney race, whatever. I'm also going to hopefully be signing up for the Princess in 2024, and I'm waiting for those registrations to open. The marathon weekend in January, that one happened, I think it was last week or week before. And so that one, it's again like Wine and Dine, it's probably all sold out by now, but there are other ways to get in. Okay, so week 4. Are we on week 4 now? Okay, so week 3 was the apps, and week 4, we are on week 4 now. So week 4 starts today, April 23rd. Yeah, all right. So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about the Jeff Galloway training programs. Jeff Galloway is not the only person out there with a training program like this. So I'm going to show you the Jeff Galloway ones that are on the Disney website. But if that's not something you want to specifically follow his, you can definitely find something else or make up your own. You count up the weeks. We have X number of weeks. I am right now, I'm going to go with my personal experience. I am right now doing 3.1 miles, walking and running. Mostly I'm on week 4 of Couch to 5K, or Couch to 10K, and I probably will stay there, or I might move to week 5 this week. I'm not sure. Because if I don't feel comfortable moving on, I stay on a week. I kind of like linger there for an extra few days until I really feel comfortable about moving on. Or if I'm unsuccessful with a run, then I will definitely rerun that week the next day or the next time. So where I am right now, so I'm doing 3 miles. I did 3.5 on Tuesday. I'm doing 3 miles, and I've got to get to 6 miles. So I'm not far off. And so I can definitely expand to get to 10 miles between now and the race, because we have like 28 more weeks. I think I counted that right, because then I left out that last week right before the race. So I can definitely get there. And my thought is now I can build up some speed. So just because I'm already at 3 miles, do I wait 10 weeks to start a training program. No, I'm going to go ahead and start pretty soon, like regimented and increasing my miles and everything, so that I have those weeks in between where if I don't have a successful week, I can repeat a week and I'm okay and I feel okay. Come summertime, I'm outside New Orleans. So come summertime, it's very hot out here. And so I have to do really early morning runs. I have learned since retiring that evening runs are not really for me because I'm pooped out by the evening. I don't want to do it. I do better in the morning. So those are all the things I've learned about me over the years and through this, because my life has changed since the last time I trained for a Disney race. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down to the table. We're going to look at the training programs really fast. And we're going to decide, when do you want to start your training program? And we'll see. Because right now you're building up. And you, like me, might already be partially there. So, wherever you are, where are you going to go? All right. So I'm going to bring you down to the table so I can show you the papers. I plan on this being a short video, and so that, I don't take too much up of your Sunday time. All right. Down to the table. All right, so just to show you, I'm still keeping my journal. This is the journal that I started. You can see I have been writing in it. I have decided that these motivational quotes are helping me out a little bit. So maybe this will help somebody else out there. And so this one says, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. And then this one, if there is no change, there is no change. That's an old Weight Watcher motto, and Mariana over at our Weight Watcher meeting, she's really, that's her famous one. All right, so now we're on week 4, and my friend Lori posted this on Facebook. What's on your mind becomes what's in your life. So think the thoughts you want to see. So if you have these negative mindsets, let's put in some positive mindset, because that's what we're going to see. And my week 4, you can see I've said on here I have to do better. One of the crinks in my plan is I started these workout programs at the Y, these exercise classes, and the girl that runs them is on vacation. That is completely destroying my schedule, completely. So what am I going to do about it? So I've tried putting in some yoga videos. I've tried some Pilates videos, or going to the gym. I've made it to the gym one time. So I have done some exercising, and I have kept up with my running. So I am doing my running. That's there. This week I did not track, well, this was last week. I did not track my Weight Watcher well at all. So I specifically want to make sure I'm tracking better. I want to make sure I'm pulling in these yoga videos so that I am doing a little bit of strengthening, but I am stretching those muscles and releasing from all the tension from the running. Pilates, I like to do Pilates. I find Pilates gives me some leg strength, but it also gives me some core strength. And when you're working out, when you're running, it's not just getting out there and pounding the pavement or getting on the treadmill or anything like that. It is building those leg muscles, building that upper body muscle, those upper body muscles, and building those core muscles. Every part of your body is connected when you're running. And if you ignore a part of your body, if you ignore that, then you're going to end up with sciatica pain or back pain or IT band pain, or I don't know what else. Those are the things I've had. Those are the things I've had. So that's this week. And of course, I don't have any data yet. I put my data in at the end of the week, and I put this in a little bit early because I'm filming for you on a Friday. So if you look at this, I went up to 3.6. That was by mistake, but I still did it. My speed was 16 minutes, averaged out 16 minutes and 13 seconds a mile. Okay, back here it was 16:36. And then back here it was 16:52. And I know that doesn't look like a whole lot of here. It was 16:45. Oh, it was a little bit more. It doesn't look like all that much progress, but but I have a lot more time to work on that too. And right now I'm doing more walking than running. So as I increase the running, that's going to go down just a little bit. And I just need to keep it under 16 minutes a mile to stay ahead of those balloon ladies for the 10K. All right, so let's look at the Jeff Galloway training plan. He has 2 plans out there, a beginner runner plan and an experienced runner plan. And so if you're doing the beginner, and I've kind of focused on that because he says even if you're an experienced runner and you have not run in a while, to start here and then you can bump yourself up to here. So looking at that, a 5K has a 13-week plan, a 10K has an 18-week plan, a half has a 19-week plan. We are starting at week 28. So we are minimum 10 to 15 weeks ahead of the plan. But that doesn't mean we don't have to start the plan. We can start our plan, take it slower. We can start our plan, work our way up, or allow for weeks that we might feel we need to repeat. There's a lot of things you can do. Or you might not even be ready for this yet. You might still be just on the moving phase. So depends on where you are. So let's see. So here's the plan, and you can access this on the Run Disney website. And I just printed it off. This is the beginner version because I do like to have hard copies of things. I like to be able to look at it. That's why I still run with a calendar. Not run as in out on the street, but that's how I still have a calendar. I do the journal because I can write in there and I can put my info in there. So the 5K training program, he gives you a lot of information to start. And it's walk or run, and he really supports a walk-run plan. And this is his breakdown for walk-run. I like to use the couch to 10K. That's what I use for my training. And even, by the time you get to the end of couch to 10K, you're supposed to be running a whole 30 minutes or whatever, 45 minutes. But I sometimes, I will do as much as I can do and in a race. And then when I feel maxed out, I will backtrack and go back to week 2, day 1 and do the shorter, quicker intervals to let my body recover. So I've done that, and that's been very successful for me. I've finished every race I started. Sorry, needed some coffee there. All right, so here's his plan. So you have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and it goes on. And basically, you're moving 3 times a week. He asks you not to run days back to back, though like this week, week 3, that I'm really still in, I am going to have to do 2 days back to back, and that's because I had to take care of a grandchild yesterday, and I missed my morning run. All right, so he asks you to separate things out, to give your body a rest day from all workout. Those are the things we've talked about. Goes up to 13 weeks. But I think this is quite interesting. The race is actually in week 11. Then week 12, he kind of has you doing a cool down week. And same thing here on week 13. And then what is your next goal? So I did notice too, on the odd weeks, you're increasing your miles, but then on the even weeks, you're just doing this 30-minute walk run. So he's not stressing your body out. If this is the type of program that looks good, there's a lot, if you join any of the Run Disney Facebook groups. There's one for Wine and Dine that I'm on right now. I'm usually on the Princess one because that's the ones I've always done. People will post their own schedule that they make. They go on an Excel worksheet and they make their own schedule. You can do the same thing. Here's the 10K. Again, all his explanations about, his program and what he supports. And then again, the same thing, week 1. Now, on this one, you are increasing miles on some, nope, just that one even week. And goes through and there you go. You're at the end, and by race day, I mean, he has you doing 6.5 miles. A 10K is only 6.2. So there you go. That's the 10K. And then the half is longer, obviously, because you're doing twice as much as a 10K. So so there's the breakdown. Again, it's for beginners, runners, and Tuesday and Thursday is always 30 minutes, and then the Saturday is what changes. All right. There you go. So that's 18 weeks. And I think that even though I'm only doing a 10K, I might actually do the half training, because I will hopefully be running a half in February. So I think that's how I'm going to handle it. All right, I'm going to bring you back. We're going to close this out. All right, so at starting week 28, countdown before the Wine and Dine, think about when you're going to officially start some sort of plan. Have a plan. It could be your plan. It could be Jeff Galloway's plan. It could be Sue Allen's plan on a Facebook site. Somebody already posted one a couple weeks ago, and I actually was going to ask her for permission to share it with y'all, and I just never got around to it. But if you join any of those Facebook groups, they're definitely on there. If you're not actually running the Disney race, have a goal to run a race so that your training is for a purpose. It always helps to have training for a purpose, so that at least it does with me. So I have a way to go. So that's it for today. I hope y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Have a wonderful workout week. And let me know in the comments if you are actually following this, or if you're just stumbling across me by accident and you have no intention at all of running a race or doing this, just so I could get an idea of who's out there, is there anybody actually running with me. That won't stop me if there's from doing a video, because this keeps me accountable, because I'm going to come to you on Sunday and I'm going to show you what I did. So I'm going to be more accountable. So I'm not going to stop. But I know one of my friends, her mom stumbled across this, and she's like, I don't understand. It was supposed to be crafting. And I'm like, no, not on Sunday. Sunday is running. So if you really are following this, could you just leave me a little like, yep, I'm doing it, in the comments below? I'd really appreciate it. And that way I kind of know what to talk about on Sunday mornings too, how focused to get, All right. Y'all have a great week. Bye.